it's good to watch. It's got everything on it. Yeah, no, everything shot. Exactly, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hello one, hello all. Welcome to Federico Gymnasium, today's site for Westerly Lady Bulldog Division II basketball. We are heading right to the tip today. We expected a little more announcements and sign in, but we are right at the action. Tip goes to the Bulldogs in the hands of Hake to start. Number 25, the Bulldogs sophomore guard. Inside to Federico, the junior leader of the team, number 21, at the baseline. Looking for help. Finds Pelican, turnaround, nice baby hook with a turnaround. And the Bulldogs, nice first possession, start out 2-0. Almost with the steal, the Bulldogs do excel on defense. Rogers, a good team, unbeaten this year at the moment. Coming into the game, I should say. Settling down and letting their offense get things together. Inside to number 11 in the paint, puts it up, and good with confidence. 2-2 score. Federico looking in. Full press, they're going to have to get it over the half. They're doing a good job. Federico picks up her dribble. Hake has it, going to have to cross court, does. Back to Pelican. Break points, looking for him, looking for the foul. No foul, good rebound though. Doesn't go in for the Bulldogs. Oh, but Hake with the steal. She is quick on D, folks. So the Bulldogs with a third chance here. They settle down. Federico has it up top. They know they're going to have to work hard here. Federico sees a lane and takes it. What a beautiful move. Great court awareness, I should say. So the Bulldogs with a little soft press, trying to trap at the ball. They excel at passing lanes, and number 11 gets the foul. She'll get 2 from the free throw line. First free throws of the game. So let's start with the announcements. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer-owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. Together we are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. We have Lady Bulldog varsity basketball action. There was a time change in the game. First shot's good. Scores 4-3, Bulldogs. Game was supposed to be tonight. They moved it to today. That could mean a lot of things. It could mean nothing. It's tricky on a rainy day, 1 in the afternoon, on a day off from school. Some motivation could be a factor. Second free throw is good, tied 4-4, and Rogers is pressing. Bulldogs get it to Pelican. They break the press. Great job. Hake has it. Cross court. Pass goes a little bit too high. Varsity was the intended recipient. So Rogers will take possession. We are square at 4. 6:24 to go in the first quarter here. Ladies action today, boys action tomorrow. We got a lot of basketball this week. We got 2 lady hoops games, 2 men's hoops games. Rogers settles it. Number 2 for Rogers. Newsome, a junior point guard. Finds the lane, takes it all the way to the hoop and spins out. They get their offensive rebound, doing some heavy work early. Number 20, number 11 with the shot in the paint, and it's good. Nothing but net. They are 2 for 2 from inside the paint on jumpers. And long court pass, tipped by Pelican. Did she get it? No, number 20 down, outruns her. Number 20 doing a lot for the Vikings right now on the court. Still loose. Their guard pulls up with it and gets it to number 20. And that's going to be Margolis, a junior forward. Cross-court pass. Nice job by Varsity to get her hand on it. And ended up going off of a Viking, and the Bulldogs will take possession. They're going to have to be full speed all day. The Vikings are a good team. They come into today at, I believe, 6-0. There were a few issues online with RIL and getting exact numbers. That's a turnover on the Bulldogs. The Vikings are going to take it over. So early on, Elizabeth Margolis, junior forward, big part in this game. I'm going to highlight. So I have the name going forward. Inbound, back to her. She's 2 for 2 from inside the paint, number 15, from just beyond the free throw line, and that's off the mark. Bulldogs, Varsity with the rebound. She's been active early. To Hake. Bulldogs trying to move quickly. And the 3 wide open, takes it, pops it, and it's off the mark. And the rebound goes to the Vikings. And that's going to be number 2 for the Vikings. Newsome, junior. Vikings have a lot of juniors. Only 2 seniors for this team was doing so well. And they work hard in the paint, in the pivot, and she slid. That's a travel. But they work hard in the paint. You don't see a lot of those short jumpers, the 6, 7, 8 footers, and that's how they have all 6 of their points, 3 field goals. So the inbound, get it to Hake, and they're trapping. And they look like they're doing a good job of it. They play some good D, and they're going to steal there. Great job. That's number 15. She's big on the run, and the Bulldogs almost with the steal. Federico, nice job, blocks it, gets back into her hands. That's going to be Sherry, junior forward. All juniors we're hearing right now for the Vikings. And number 20 has it. Pump fakes by number 11. The runner is off the mark. An offensive rebound But too many offensive rebounds the Bulldogs are giving up at the moment. And that pass high, great job of reeling it in. Number 15, Sherry, getting highlighted here. She's a junior forward. Finding out who I'm going to talk about a lot. Bulldogs having a tough time with this at the moment. Get it back to Federico. Great job reeling it in. Pass off the mark, out of bounds, and that's another turnover. That's 3 possessions in a row. They have been unable to cross midcourt, and they have turned it over due to the press of the Vikings. Coach Haight calls a timeout, much needed to break the momentum. Unfortunately, the news is this speed, I have a feeling, this pace of play, as well as this field goal percentage we're watching early, these Lady Bulldogs are going to see all day long. That's what you got with the Vikings coming in. It could have been a trap game I was going to talk about prior to the game. They play West Warwick in their next game, and West Warwick is listed up top of Division II. They sport a 9-2 record coming in. There are 3 undefeated teams in Division II. Rogers, along with Juanita Sanchez Complex and East Providence. They're 7-0 and 8-0 respectively, but it goes by percentage. And West Warwick's played the most games, so they're up top, and Rogers heads there after Westerly. So they could have overlooked Westerly, and it looks like off the bus and from the first buzzer, they did not overlook Westerly. Looks like they've come to play. So Westerly, who is in a they're in a developmental building here. There's no question about that. There's 0 seniors. So there's nothing but excitement and anticipation about this Bulldog team. Great defensively. They're very quick. They're going to need that today. Offensively, they're in development. They have a lot of juniors. They have a lot of sophomores, and freshmen in vital roles. On the ball, Federico, number 11, passes to number 20. Pops it inside the three-point line. Good. Good field goal percentage early right now. That's Margolis, a junior for the Vikings. Hake has it, trying to break the press in traffic. And Voisinay is fouled on the body. On the press, Vikings got a little bit too physical, but man, do they have a tough trap to beat. Very impressed with their defense thus far. The Bulldogs inbound it, or trying to inbound it, I should say. Can't find anyone, and then wisely, Federico throws it off of the knee of number 15 for the Vikings. Out of bounds it goes, and the Bulldogs will try again. They only have 5 seconds, so someone's got to get open. And Hake has it in the backcourt. 1-on-1 at the moment. So the Bulldogs are going to set their offense up. She is directing her troops. Dodge just entered the game and has the ball at the moment for the Bulldogs. Also a sophomore. Sophomore to junior. That's all you're really going to hear. You're even going to hear freshmen. And a nice little scoop. Way to get the foul in the process of shooting by Hake, so she'll get 2. First time the Bulldogs are at the free throw line for the game. 3:30 left in the first quarter. Vikings 10, Bulldogs 4. Light crowd. Not a lot of people probably even know that there is a game today. Obviously, it was a holiday, and the game was posted as an evening game. But that's where we come in handy. If you can't be there, that's why we're here. And you're always going to have excitement for me. There's no doubt about that. I'm excited about watching this Bulldog team for a lot of reasons. Just because, with no seniors, you're going to see this exact same group together next year with all these extra games under their belt, playing teams like this. This is a learning game. There's no doubt about it, in my opinion, for the Bulldogs. I watched Rogers pretty intently in their warm-ups. And Hake with the rebound off of the Vikings miss. She's going to try to go close, pulls back. A little pump fake, and up. Hake goes with it, and it's too long. Out of bounds. Nope, saved by number 20 of the Vikings. So the Vikings will take over. Back to 2. Newsom leads the Viking troop into number 15. Number 11 has it. About the free throw line. Tries to get it inside. Nice steal by Pelican. Up ahead to Hake. She's going to go with it all the way. Fouled, and she'll get 2. So Hake back to the free throw line. Been a couple minutes since the Bulldogs had a field goal. They're facing a very fast-paced team. This is the fastest defense I've seen them play here at Federico Gymnasium. So the Bulldogs sporting 3 juniors. I would say Federico being the team leader, on-court leader of the Bulldogs. The rest is sophomores, and then they have Voisinay, who has a huge role for the team. She's only a freshman. They get contributions from Ariana Aruda as well. So between the freshmen and sophomores, nothing but upside. But these free throws and layups have been an issue all year long and are an issue at the moment. Number 15 running for the Vikings. Spin move all the way in. That was a nice move, but touch foul on the Bulldogs. That's Store on the foul. Did the best you can really do defensively. Number 15 is a big presence on the court physically, as well as number 20 for the Vikings. So they have speed. Their guards are small, as guards tend to be. They have size, and they have agility. Number 15 off the mark on the first free throw. Live off the hand on the second. Number 15 and number 20 for the Vikings, playing very physical underneath and have no problem stopping pop anywhere in the paint. Second free throw is off the mark as well. Number 20 with the rebound for the Vikings. Offensive rebounds and going all the way to the hoop with it. Number 31, haven't seen her. Pelican with the rebound. So the Bulldogs get away with it. No, and unfortunately, pass. Far side, Rafferty has it. Cross court to Pelican. Centers it. Tries to get it inside. Pass off the mark. Gorman was the intended recipient of the pass. Gorman also only a freshman. So the Bulldogs will maintain possession. Bulldogs right now have only freshmen and sophomores on the court. There is not a junior on the court. Hake, turnaround, off the mark. And there's a crew of Vikings there, and it's going to go in the direction of the Vikings. Vikings do a great job of crashing the boards, boxing out. It's tough to get around them. Very fundamental team from what I've seen so far. And as I said, watching them in warm-ups, they definitely looked like they were going to prove challenging. So they center things, start their offense up again. Bulldogs, I think, are trying some things they wouldn't normally try. And the shot off the mark, Rafferty with the rebound. And she's going to run with it. Pass up court to Pelican. Not much room. Good job of the Vikings to get back. No room for Pelican, and that is a steal for the Vikings. Their guard has it, Newsom, and she's going to go coast to coast. Fouled and in. Chance for a three-point play for the Vikings. But I am going to go back. Coach Hake, Federico about to check in for the juniors, but giving this team opportunities with these different units playing together, I mean, that's something to see. You got on a 6-0 Viking team playing a group of just freshmen and sophomores, talented freshmen and sophomores. So, I mean, if that doesn't get you excited about the future of Bulldog basketball, there's nothing will. In comes the encore leader, Federico. And the free throw, we are live, it's good. 13-4 the score, 1:44 left in the first. Store to inbound, Hake has it. And here comes their full court trap. Rafferty able to break it, nice job reeling in the pass. Fed has it, pump fake, back to Hake. Finds Store open for the three. Off the mark, a little strong, rebound goes to the Vikings, who find Newsom with it. They're gonna start the run a little bit. She backs off. Inside number 11, beautiful pass. You can't put it in a better spot. Up top, only number 11. That would be Crowley, junior forward for the Vikings, could get it. Hake has it. They break the press this time. Gorman to Hake to Rafferty. Freshman pops a three. And it's good. So the Bulldogs break their scoring drought, which was about a 6-minute drought. I didn't want to mention it, but they break it with a three-pointer. So Federico on number 15. They size up about the same. Both juniors, both forwards. Number 2, Newsom, going to go over to the hoop again. This time it's too strong, but number 20 there for the offensive rebound. I've said that a lot. The Bulldogs going to have to work inside at boxing out. Number 15, a little carry on that spin move. So the turnover goes to the Bulldogs. Store will inbound. Vikings set for their press. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. And throws it up off the hands of Federico, who they're on the ground. And we have a jump ball whistle. That's going to go to the Vikings. Next one, the Bulldogs will get. This one, though, the Vikings take possession. Number 20, busy first quarter. That'd be Elizabeth Margolis, junior forward for the Vikings. So 31.2 left, quarter number 1 here, folks. We got Lady Bulldog varsity basketball action. The undefeated Vikings in town. The game that was supposed to be at 7 p.m., time change. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. As they swing it around, number 11, a big part. Crowley, junior forward, swings it. 20, wide open underneath. Great look, and another great spot with that pass. They're getting that over the shoulder up top where only she can get it, and it's a fluid motion for the turnaround layup. Great job breaking it. Bulldogs break the press. Rafferty too strong with the layup, but a good job by this young unit. And right before the buzzer, off the front of the rim. So after quarter number one, the Bulldogs do see a deficit. There is upside to this first quarter, believe it or not. Not all of that unexpected from what I read and what I saw prior to the game. The score 17 Vikings, 7 Bulldogs. Bulldogs playing with a lot of different combinations of players, and for a brief period, like I said, all underclassmen, just underclassmen on the court. And then even to end that quarter, they checked in Federico as the sole junior. So you got a lot of vital roles being played by underclassmen, which is a great thing to see. It really is. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that they're on the court getting this experience against this team. And this quarter number 2. There's a lot of basketball left to play. Anything can happen. So with that being said, they're gonna be a buzzer here momentarily as they get some instruction from Coach Hake. Their defense for the Vikings, that full court trap they have, it's pretty menacing. They're all over the place. And the size that they present. Number 15, number 20, and number 11. On top of the size. I love that they don't have any problem popping a 6-footer, an 8-footer, a 12-footer, and they'll hit it. Their field goal percentage is good. Next highlight, they're passing. They're passing in the paint into the post over to the up end top hand. So it's a fluid motion on their turnaround. Their percentage of layups, their field goal percentage, all of what you'd expect out of the Vikings, they showed up to play. Tough pass for the Bulldogs. Way to complete it to Pelican, back outside to Voisinay. She splits 3 players, and it's too strong. Nice job to get to the hoop, though. And Newsom will take it up for the court for the Vikings. Hake on Newsom. Over to number 20. From the free throw line, field goal, air ball. Nice job boxing out by Rafferty. Possession goes to the Bulldogs. So that was odd to see. Good start for the Bulldogs. Federico will inbound. Set to trap the Vikings. Rafferty with it to Federico. Picks up her dribble, needs help. Bounce pass to Pelican, gets it. Over the top to Hake. Nice job of breaking it. Has Voisinay open, hits her. And the field goal, good. So the Bulldogs first to strike in the quarter number 2. Only trail by 8 here. And Newsom waiting for her shoots to come around. Number 11 has it. Back to Newsom. Gets it into the post, double team. Nice job of defense by the Bulldogs, making it difficult, but they do get the touch foul in the process of shooting. That'll be 2 free throws for the Vikings. The Vikings have a great game inside the paint. They have a great presence underneath. First team that really focused, that I've seen so far come in this year and really focus on dominating the paint and dominating with physicality. And you can tell that they make a habit of it just by their passing and their ability inside. Their field goal percentage is pretty high here early in the first half. So the first free throw is good. The score 18-9. In comes Dodge for the Bulldogs, a sophomore. We are live. Good job of boxing out, but it rattles its way in, 19-9. Hake has it. Vikings pressing. And they get their hands in on it, and it's another turnover on that press. But the Bulldogs right back at it. Federico to steal. So they exchange turnovers in the pass, a little too far ahead. That's another turnover. 3 Bulldogs with the first, Vikings with the second. Bulldogs give it right back with the third. That's another thing you're going to see out of the young team. Deep 3-pointer for the Vikings. Bounces up and away, and the Bulldogs have it. Voisinay takes it up the court. Lets the offense set up. She's had a good first half so far, the freshman, on the court most of the time for the Bulldogs. Hake as well. Nice, beautiful pass to get it inside the Pelican. And the short little baby hook doesn't go, but Hake has it. Good offensive rebound by the Bulldogs. Federico, top of the key. Finds Voisinay. Head fake, tries to drive, can't do it, nothing there. Looking for somebody, picks up her dribble. Nice bounce pass to Hake, too much traffic, jump ball. This one goes to the Bulldogs. No correction. I looked at the scoreboard the other way. It's going to go to the Vikings. So the Bulldogs unable to convert. And Newsom takes it up the court for the Vikings. So definitely not a trap game. Vikings came to play ball today. Well prepared. They run a well-organized offense. Right there at the post again. And find open for three. First pass a little inaccurate, and as is the shot, but they're going to get their offensive rebound again. Beautiful job. The speed of Hake is amazing sometimes defensively. And she's going to go coast to coast with it and blocked from behind by number 15. No whistle, clean block. And number 2, the guard for the Vikings. That could be offensive, and it's a travel. Either way, the Bulldogs are going to get back. Dodge takes the hit, and we have an injury on the court. Dodge, the sophomore, takes a big hit on the court, pops right back up, no problemo. We got a tough crew here, tough Bulldog crew. Federico's going to take it out. 5 minutes to go in the half. Bulldogs trail by 10. Pass to Pelican in. We get it to Varsity, and number 15 is a menacing sight, offensively and defensively. Hake over the corner, open, dodge, 3. Good! Rattles home, Bulldogs, another 3. Scoring in little chunks here. Keeping themselves with some hope here. 19-11, they're only down 8. Number 20 with it, passing it on top, and they're going to try to match threes, and they can't. Dodge with the rebound to Hake. Turns and goes. Pass up the court, Pelican. Head fake, no one there. Nice pass inside. Hake, travel, I believe, and that's what it is. So the Bulldogs turn it over, back to the Vikings. 19-11 score here in quarter number 2, 4:43 remaining. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer owner Shane Belanger. We got Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, Varsity girls basketball in action. Vikings swinging it. We'll be back here tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow night, that is, 7 p.m. Boys basketball. To the hoop she goes. No defense there. Number 31 for Rogers. That would be Winters, senior shooting guard, one of only 2. Voisinay is going to be careful with that elbow. She's blocked by number 20 on the spin move. And the Bulldogs turn it over again. Defense for the Vikings again. Defense is excellent. Offense as well. Very, very organized. Their presence in the paint. Everything's in the paint. All the way to the hoop, too strong. Federico gets the rebound. Bulldogs score when the Vikings are unable to set their trap. When the Bulldogs get inside of the trap. And then they find their open 3. They hit 3. That's going to be inside the 3-point mark. But she rattles it home anyway. That's Voisinay, the freshman. More or less freshman starter. So the Bulldogs down 21-13. Still right in this thing. Off the foot of the Vikings. That's a turnover. Bulldogs going to get possession. And a whistle. That's going to be a break. Timeout on the court. And it's a 30-second timeout. Before the Bulldogs get too much momentum, the Vikings want to cut it. And the Bulldogs get a little wind under them. So the Bulldogs don't look all that bad despite the scoreboard. And the Vikings as well, you would think they're a senior-laden squad. They only sport 2 seniors. So they're going to be a good squad next year. They do. They came to town today with 6 juniors and that 1 freshman guard. But they're all juniors. So they're going to be pretty good next year. That's the buzzer. 2 buzzers. Coach is now the official. Hurrying things up a little bit. 3:33 to go, quarter number 2. 21-13. I was kind of trying to analyze pregame. You got to look at a game change, time change. You got to remember these kids, this is their day off, rainy day. Are they going to be motivated to play? Full court trap. It's an amazing trap. Great job breaking it. Hake, open layup, and it falls out. See, those are the little things that you'd like to see the Bulldogs hit more of. Layups like that, fast break layups and free throws. They've been a killer. And the Vikings get back and they set up their offense, and I would every time as well. Number 11 with it. They swing. Number 15 post. Beautiful pass. Gets it over the top and in. Their post play is the best I have seen. Indefensible. And that pass, Alex Storm, great job saving it. They're going to have to get it over half court. Take. Pelican does a nice job. Hake has it on the run. Bounce pass to Voisinay. Turns too much D. And that's going to be a jump ball. Oh, holy foul. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. So Voisinay, great job. Under the hoop, nobody's in the penalty. Both teams have 4 fouls. Both teams still have 2 to give, and nobody is in foul. Well, 3 fouls, I guess, is in some foul trouble. Rafferty will inbound. Bounce pass in trouble. Try to get to Voisinay. It's going to stay. As number 31 for the Vikings cut the passing lane off, and it went out of bounds. So Rafferty will inbound again. Freshman. Gets good time, but to Store. 3-sport star for the Bulldogs. Over to Pelican. All these girls pretty much are 3-sport. Beautiful pass to the cutting Store, and hits the layup. Way to do it with the left hand, the sophomore. And the Vikings swing. Open Newsom for 3. And he comes up short. Rebound Voisinay. Bulldogs trail only by 8 with possession here. They can cut things down here a little over 2 minutes. And finds Rafferty to Federico for 3. Oh, that would have been big if they could have hit that. And then number 20 wrestles in the rebound. Margolis, the junior for the Vikings. Big court presence. Early on, she was hitting shots, but she's doing a lot of damage away from the ball. That looks like a travel, and it was. One of the few mistakes we've seen on number 15 of the Vikings. She is about as tough of a player to defend as I have seen come to town this year. Great post game, great inbound pass to Pelican. Bounce pass to Federico. To the hoop, and the layup doesn't go. And the Vikings settle in with it, so the Bulldogs unable again to convert with the layup. Trying to get the turnover on the court, but unable to, and they finally do. Rafferty cuts off the passing lane. And the Vikings get it right back. Pick the pocket. And the guard can't convert. Neither one can get it in the bucket at the moment. The Bulldogs will get the turnover. Rafferty taking it up the court, number 1. And Store has it. Settles things here. Little back and forth sloppiness for you there, folks. We are at 1:20 to go. Bulldogs, big possession here. If they can score, the give and go to cutting Store. Blocked from behind. Number 15 just too big. Actually, it was number 11 on the block, but number 15 there to grab it in. Number 2, Newsom has it. Looking at her wrist, I'm sure telling her team to be aware of time. 1 minute left, 8-point lead. Head fake, taking the baseline runner, too strong. Bulldogs have it. Voisinay, great first half. Gives it to Rafferty, no one covering Store. Found her too late, she stops and pops. Beautiful off the backboard and in. Beautiful shot, old school, meant to do it. Love to see that kind of shot. 23-17, Bulldogs still right in this thing. 40 seconds to go. Bulldogs are still going to get the ball back if they can get a hold here. Head fake. Rafferty jumps for it. Off the backboard, too strong. Big chance here. Voisinay with the rebound up ahead to Pelican. 30 seconds to go. No shot clock here. And Pelican almost just loses the ball and double dribbles because of it. Turnover for the Bulldogs. Could have maybe gone in at that 5-6 point area into the half. That would have been huge, but still 25 seconds left. And the Vikings are going to set up, no doubt, but their post game has been so strong, they haven't used their shot clock. I mean, once number 15 sets up, they finally put Fed on her, which they haven't done the whole game. I think they need to settle her on her and just no matter where she goes, have her follow. She's the only one size-wise that can compete. So they're holding for last shot. Newsom has it. Passes back, number 20. Cutting, number 11. And gets the foul going up for the shot with 1.3 to go. That's what they were looking for. Get to the free throw line. Maybe a 3-point play, but now they have 2 free throws. An 8-point lead. So what I was hoping for was that 5-6 point area. Now we're looking at the 9-10 point area. Big swing on that singular turnover. That's what basketball can give you. It can give you a turnover. It can be a 4 to 6 point swing. If you take away the points you might have had and the points they get. Bulldogs fortunate, first end of the 2, no good. It's going to be live off the hand. So the clock's going to start off the rim, and the Bulldogs are just going to, they need to box out and not allow the Vikings to tip in and make things worse. Second one's no good. Bulldogs get lucky, and they do exactly that. They box out. They block number 15 so they can't make things any worse. Great job on that last free throw by the Bulldogs. I think the Bulldogs had a pretty successful first half. The layups are an issue. Young team or not, they got to hit their layups a little bit more. If they did, they would be right neck and neck with this Viking team. And I'm telling you right now, this Viking team's impressive. They really are in all facets of the game. They're calm, cool, complacent, but their post game, their post presence, their physicality, and then they have the speed from the guard. They're just all around. They got a good squad. So at the half, the Vikings 23, the Bulldogs 17. We're going to take a quick break, folks. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you Lady Varsity Bulldog action. Welcome back, everybody. We're about to get started with our second half of action here from Federico Gymnasium. I am the voice, Greg Morano, owner, producer, Shane Belanger beside me. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. We got Lady Bulldog action in front of us here, second half. A daunting task today, folks. Don't get me wrong in any way. Rogers came to town to play today, and they have a good squad on the court. The Bulldogs take the court. You got to remember with two juniors. That's it, 2 juniors and 0 seniors. So it's all youth on the court right at the moment, and pretty much most of the game is 1 upperclassman, and that would be Rachel Federico. She's pretty much the on-court captain. So the Bulldogs are just going to do their best to maneuver around this Viking defense. Seems to be everywhere. Varsity having a good game. Uses both steps. I thought maybe an extra, but no call, and gets her own rebound. Back to Pelican, finding an open Federico. Runner in the paint, just doesn't go. Bulldogs struggling in the paint a little bit, but I say that as I'm watching ahead of me a Rogers team that is better in the paint than I've seen any other team. Blocked from behind by Pelican, a beauty. She excels defensively with those arms. Pass to an open Dodge. Just off the mark. Pelican with the rebound. Doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. It is good. Offensive rebound goes for Pelican. Bulldogs first to mark. Down by only 4 points here, folks. And number 20, jump shot good for the Viking. Quick answer. They seem like a confident squad. They don't get riled up. They're not trapping. They had a press in the first half they're not utilizing. It was making things very difficult for the Bulldogs. We have an official timeout and maybe a little bit of a mask problem. I don't know. Equipment timeout here. We're doing a quick substitution. And who do we have coming in here? In comes Gorman, who is a freshman for the Bulldogs. Very quiet in the gym here, folks. Very, very quiet. A little eerie. I think it was the time change, the weather. I don't know what it is. Scores 25-19 here, folks. Bulldogs have the ball down by 6 against an undefeated squad. We have an underclassman-laden team here, and they're right in this thing. Pass to Hake. Trying to find some space. The Vikings do not give you a lot. Federico has it. Wazane, most effective player, I'd say, thus far on the court today. And underneath, beautiful pass by Gorman. Gets a cutting Wazane, who's fouled in the process, pops back up. Biggest thing, see her pop back up. When she went down, she will go to the free throw line for 2. Bulldogs cut into the 6-point lead, hopefully, here. Third quarter, 6:32 to go. So we're here today, folks, obviously. If you're listening, you know we're here. We'll also be here tomorrow night. Some boys basketball action. Then with no action on Wednesday, first one's good. We come right back here for some lady varsity action Thursday, and then right back for some men's varsity action Friday. A lot of hoops this week, folks. Both teams, 2 games. Second one is no good. Bulldogs hit the front end of 2, and Vikings are running. They get it to number 15. Beautiful pass, blocked by behind. Out of bounds it goes. Beautiful block. 2 people, freshman Gorman and Federico on the block. I'll give them both credit. So the Bulldogs come out of the half playing great ball. 25-20. Vikings have it. Pass underneath number 11. Doesn't go. Too strong. And the freshman with the rebound, Gorman. Quick to Hate. Great passing. Dodge tries to cross it over, and the Vikings get a hand in the steal. So Newsom's going to slow things down a bit here. Let the offense set up. But the first coming out of the half, great adjustments by the Bulldogs. Second jumper by number 20 from that spot. Doesn't go this time. Rebound Federico. So the Bulldogs down only 5. With possession. Hake has it. Looking for someone. Gets it down underneath to Gorman. Turns, finds Federico. Takes it strong to the hoop. No call, and that rebound's good. That rebound went to Wesley because Gorman crashed the boards, tipped it into the hands of Dodge, who wisely went up with it and got fouled. So Gorman really started that domino effect by crashing the boards and getting her hands in. Only a freshman, folks. And she gets it to the sophomore Dodge, who goes up and gets 2 free throws. Bulldogs down 5 at the line. First one doesn't go. Fast break layups and free throws are the little things that you really want to see happen. Struggling a little bit with today. Number 2. And it goes for the Bulldogs. So they cut in. Only down 4 here, folks. Closest they've gotten, which is right in it. Haven't used number 15 much this half, and I think that's the difference. And she's under the post. Federico's playing man. Maybe that could be the difference on it. I thought that the size-wise, that's the only matchup. Goes for the head fake, though. Beautiful play by number 15, but too strong with the rebound. And jump ball, I believe, or they're going to go, yes, jump ball. That's a battle between Federico and number 15, Sherry. Both junior forwards, both equal size-wise. And nice inbound turnaround. Baby hook doesn't go. Offensive rebound for the Vikings, and they are fouled by the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs tacking on some fouls here. Vikings will get it underneath their own hoop. Substitution. Out goes Gorman. In comes Pelican. On the ball is their guard. Inside they get it. Number 11 blocked. What a beautiful block by Federico out of bounds. Bulldog defense, folks. I'll tell you right now, they are top tier already. They're just going to be nothing but excitement in the future with this squad. And the Vikings square up for a 3, and it's no good. Haig wants to run, looks up, finds Dodge, and she gets fouled from behind. Hard foul. And they're going to check her out that her wrist and everything's okay. That's a tough foul. No intentional or anything called. The Vikings like it. They're actually slapping hands. This is hoops. It's a physical game. That does happen. But, man, what toughness we have on this squad. Ellie Dodge, the sophomore, goes down hard. Knew she was gonna. Knew the foul was coming. Took it up and took it hard anyway, and that's good hoops. First one. Good. Rattles its way home. And the Bulldogs down only 3. Another one. Another free throw to go. Second half, all Bulldogs so far, and it goes good. Bulldogs down 2 points here, folks. Down as much as 11. Number 20 for the Vikings has it. To the guard. And inside they get it. Sherry, turnaround, no good. I'm telling you, that switch from Federico and putting her on number 15, Sherry, for the Vikings has changed this thing. Varsity has it, gets it over to Haig. Inside the Pelican. She puts it on the ground and back outside to Haig, back to Pelican. Varsity was cutting, finally get it to her, up for the layup, doesn't go. Tough angle, couldn't go. And it is a foul that's going to go against the Bulldogs on the wrist. So it will go, possession will go to the Vikings here, who lead only by 2, halfway through the third quarter. Bulldogs came out of the half down by 8, and they've made up 6 of those points so far. In 3.5 minutes, they've made up a 6-point deficit here. So Newsom, number 2 for the Vikings with it. Looks across to number 3. Number 15 has it. Uncontested jumper doesn't go. She's just not hitting quite as much over the backboard. Bulldogs take over. So the field goal percentage just dropped drastically for the Vikings, almost like that trap game theory. Something happened at the half and they just got complacent. They look a little more tired. Now they're trapping again. As soon as I open my mouth, they weren't running it out of the gates. Bulldogs break it. Store to Haig. Pops the 3. Doesn't go. That would have been huge. Bulldogs could have taken the lead, but they get right back on D. They are persistent. There's no quit in the squad. Number 2 gets some sleep and pops the 3. Foul called away from the ball, I'm assuming. It's on the Vikings. A little push, so the Bulldogs get possession. In favor of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with a chance to tie here. Storger inbounding. Vikings, all right, the Vikings are pressing again. Haig has it. They try to get it over. Dangerous pass. Pelican has it. They break it almost. Federico saves it. Inbound goes to the Vikings. Turnover. This press is back. So the Vikings leading only by 2. Get it to a wide open number 3. Field goal, free throw, no good. Offensive rebound. Turnaround. Doesn't go. Sherry having a tough second half after an outstanding first half. Vikings are going to retain possession, leading by 2. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. What fight in this young Bulldog squad. 2 juniors on the roster. A block! Out of bounds it goes. What a block by Hake. Feisty is the word. Great way to describe the defense this team plays. Another 3 they pop, no good. Offensive rebound though by number 20. She's a tough one. Timeout by Rogers. Coach doesn't like any of it. I wouldn't either. Third quarter, all Bulldogs, folks. Quietly crept right back into this thing. Coach Hake making some minor adjustments. The adjustments that were made at the half. Vikings have reverted back to the first half, the press they were running. They came out of the half just running a straight man. The Bulldogs made the adjustment and put Federico more or less on Sherry of the Vikings, number 15, who has been absent in this second half. What was a great field goal percentage in the first half has turned, unfortunately for the Vikings, abysmal really, due to the defensive switch for the Bulldogs. That's really been the key to this turnaround. The Bulldogs have made up 6 of an 8-point deficit. Came out in this third quarter down by 8. 5 minutes later, they're down by 2. So number 20, Margolis, also not quite as present, inbounding though. And the inbound to number 11, back to Margolis, pops it, no good. Offensive rebound again, and fighting for it, Store. We get a jump ball whistle. This time the Bulldogs will keep it. All fight in this squad, folks. This time it would Store going to the floor, and she will inbound. Bulldogs again, a chance to tie. You got to break this press first. One-handed pass tipped out of bounds by the Vikings. So the Bulldogs will inch their way up the court a little bit. And they're going to cut back from this press. Nope, they're staying with the press. Store inbound. They get it to Hake. Over to Rafferty. Wanted it. Would have been a deep 3. Federico has it. She pops the 3. And it's good! The Bulldogs take the lead. First lead of the game since the opening tip, folks, and an answer. Before I can finish talking, the Vikings turn around, break the press, and score. And they break it again on a turnover. Head fake to the hoop. Block, foul. They're going to the free throw line. So this Viking team, quick answer. No hesitation to that Bulldog lead they took for a second there. They didn't let me really finish what I was saying. Frustrated that is. But they answer quick with a fast break free throw, and then they turn over, and then they make their way back to the free throw line. That's where they find themselves up by 1 front end. No, and it bounces in. And they lead by 2. Second end of the free throw. So how quickly things can turn around. But look, what a game we have here, folks. How can you not get excited? Look at the fight in this team on a rainy 1 o'clock start. Time change against an undefeated squad. Second one's no good. Bulldogs rebounds bouncing around. Store wrangles it in. Yet they get it to Hake. And the Vikings are going to sit back at the half, and that's where the Bulldogs have had the most success. Rafferty has it at the moment. She's been in this game most of the game. Federico picks it up. Over to Store. Gorman underneath it, double teamed. Tough pass to squeeze in, turnover. Over the top, great read. Number 11 uses her pivot foot, has to pass it out, and they save it from their own turnover. A good pick. Federico's out on the guard. They're going to have to make a switch here. And they beat her underneath because they didn't make the switch. Foul, 2 shots. Foul against Store. You don't want to see Federico out up top on defense. You need to see her somewhere around the paint. When you see her stuck out there, it's not her fault. It's just the way things worked out. You just got to hope that the ability for a quick switch is there. It wasn't. Number 11 realized they used her pivot foot, fouled underneath. First one's good. So that just mispositioning of the player. And we have a little mass substitution, 3-player substitution here, 2 players. Out, Rafferty will get a breather. Federico will get a breather. In comes Peliquin and Voisinay. Hake, Gorman, freshman, and Dodge on the court for the Bulldogs. All sophomores and freshmen. Trailing by 3. Underneath to Dodge. And the Vikings catch up. Peliquin has it. Gets it to Gorman. She gets tied up with it. And a timeout by Hake. Well called. Coach Hake on the scene right before a jump ball, which would have gone to the Vikings. Well called timeout. Great timeout. Bulldogs right in this one, folks. I think quietly everyone's excited here. I don't think they expected to be this close. The Vikings very, very impressive in the first half. And you don't want to really say they're having such a bad half. We got to give this Lady Bulldog team some credit. They are a tough defensive team. They are a no-quit team. And, man, are they going to be a tough team in years to come. So here we go. We got 9.5 minutes in the game, 1.5 left in the third quarter. And we got a 3-point game, Bulldogs ball. Hake will inbound. Looking over the top, great play. They find Pelican open, bang! The three-footer goes, well constructed. A beautiful timeout by Coach Hake and a beautiful play constructed by Coach Hake. Down by 1, Bulldogs. Vikings in their set offense. Dodge almost gets her hand in. And the backcourt. And the Bulldogs are going to get possession, and that's all because of Ellie Dodge. What defense. She gets her hand in the passing lane. Bulldogs trail by 1. Hake to inbound. 1:16 to go. Pelican up top at three-point range. She jumps. Nails it. Bulldogs go up by 2. 1 minute to go in the third. This team of underclassmen versus league-leading, undefeated Rogers Vikings. No quit. Rogers fouled in the process of the shot. Will go to the line for 2. That is an unfortunate scenario. That shot was very unlikely to drop. Regardless, nothing but excitement here. Bulldogs up by 2. 10-point swing since the half. They came out of the half trailing by 8. They are now up by 2. They have made up 10 points in 1 quarter. 7 minutes to be exact. Newsome at the free throw line. First one goes. Lead down to 1. Lead, I'm saying. No, do you believe I'm saying lead? I think a lot of people would have happy with a tough game played with this team, with the way they match up on paper anyway. That's why paper doesn't play games. Newsome cuts the passing lane off. Out of bounds it goes, though the Bulldogs will maintain possession. 48 seconds to go here. Tie game, 31-31 in the third. Lady Varsity Bulldog basketball. Underclass spoilers looking for here. Pelican to Voisinay. Picks up her dribble but finds Hake in the corner. No room, and it's going to go in favor of the Vikings. Offensive foul off the ball. Unfortunate call for the Bulldogs. Tie game. Chance to take the lead, and they give it back to the Vikings. Freshman on number 15. Do you believe this? I don't. And nice turnaround pass. Finding number 31 for the air ball into Pelican. Great job for the Bulldogs. Anybody can play anywhere here. Voisinay, they come in from behind. Nobody warned her. That's where communication's huge. But on the ground, on the scene, Hake dives on the floor. This feisty Bulldog team, they are not going to stop biting, folks. Now for 8 minutes and 15 seconds anyway. The horn goes. The Vikings will inbound. 31-31. Shot clock's off in the third. Nice. Newsome has it. The swing to number 20. Number 11 has it. Head fake, nothing there. Back out. Number 15, no room. Off the foot of number 2. Hits hard. There should have been a whistle. And the buzzer beater doesn't go in. No whistle. Good thing that was fed. Walking Muscle takes it with no problem. Third quarter. All Westerly Bulldogs enter the quarter down 8. They come out tied up, folks. Third quarter goes, win by 8. We have 8 minutes to go. 31-31 tie. This undefeated Viking team suddenly in jeopardy of that vaunted trap game, but I would call it a trap half. They came out to play in the first half, and I think their lead and halftime got them a little complacent, got them a little cold. They came out feeling as though they didn't need to trap anymore. They didn't need that high intensity that they were playing in the first half. And Westerly sure plays high intensity. They'll play high intensity for 4 quarters no matter who they're playing. And they can put anybody on anybody. They don't care if it's a freshman on. It makes no difference really for this team right now. Coach Hake's using a myriad of lineups. And what a timeout called and a play constructed out of that timeout. That's why we're tied up here still. So the horn goes. Bulldogs getting every last second of instruction. All momentum, Bulldogs favor. Second horn goes. We take the court. Bulldogs with possession. 8 minutes to go. Nobody expected them to be in this position today. I'll tell you what, though, with all conditions, everything, all little superstitions and theories, they lead to this right here, if you believe in any of them. Federico with it for the Bulldogs. Takes the pick by Pelican. Is there a roll? A little one, but she's blocked. Jump ball in the air called by, no, a foul called against the Bulldogs. Well, some sort of an offensive foul, I don't know. And it's going to go to the Vikings. No, that was the jump ball. Arrows changing. Correction, jump ball called. And that was thank you to Alex Storr's father who gave me the correct call. Pelican leading up to Hake. Running, going to the hoop with it, and it spins out. And they are fighting for the rebound. Vikings come away with it. No one wants to break the tie. Two teams have had a chance. The Bulldogs have the arrow now, at least. The Bulldogs are in foul trouble. The next foul puts them in the penalty. We are tied up off the post. That's the pass they were using in the first half. That beautiful pass off the post. That's what the Bulldogs are having trouble with. The lead's broken. They're back to the press here. 33-31, Hake has it. Pops the three. They want it back. Doesn't go. Out of bounds over the top of the backboard. That's going to be a change of possession. And the Vikings with a chance to spread a little bit here. 7 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Bulldogs trail by only 2. What fight and tenacity in this squad. And pop for them, no go. Rebound comes out. Bulldogs take it. And they see Dodge ahead. Pass a little behind. They're going to have to stop and set up a little. They get it to Pelican. She doesn't know she's got 2 people. And from behind again, they had the offensive rebound, but the Vikings, well, that's a travel. Vikings had it, and number 31 takes a couple steps. Bulldogs will take it back. The Vikings, what they do well is they double team quickly. They crash onto the possession of the ball very quickly. So Federico's going to inbound for the Bulldogs, little substitution. Back in comes Rafferty, and Ellie Dodge will take a break. A lot of subs today, a lot of substitutions. You got to love to see that. And look at the score, amazing. Pelican with it. Into the freshman Gorman, travels a little bit. Tries to give herself a little room in the paint, didn't put the ball on the floor. Turnover. Vikings take it. Well, by only 2. We're down to 6-20. They swing quick and pop it. It's a deep 2, doesn't go, but she gets her own rebound. Finds number 15, Sherry, outside. 11 with a head fake. Baseline jumper, doesn't go. Another offensive rebound. I've said that way too many times today. That's very unfortunate. All learning things, but unfortunate nevertheless. Sherry has it. Head fake. Federico doesn't bite at all. Gorman doesn't bite either. Makes the shot difficult. Hake comes in and makes sure they don't get another offensive rebound. They were about to. They have done such a good job. Rafferty for 3. Comes up short. Gorman tries to save it. Newsom comes up with it. And she's going to run. Hake's right on her. You're not going to outrun Hake ever. And the block fouled by Gorman. Nevertheless, it's going to be put the Bulldogs in the penalty even if she wasn't shooting. However, she was, so she's going to get 2. So from here out, they're going to go to the free throw line. She was in the process of shooting there, so she's going to get 2, trying to extend the lead here. Next jump ball goes to the Bulldogs. 5.5 to go, fourth quarter action. Small crowd trying to get loud here for the Bulldogs. First free throw doesn't go. Substitution. In comes Voisinay. Had a great day. Second, live, no good. Huge rebound by Federico to Hake. Looks up to Rafferty. Tries to cross over and it turns it over. Big steal by the Vikings. Big steal, 5.5 to go. And they find number 3. She likes that deep baseline jumper. It's just not going for her, but the offensive rebound. Number 20, head fake, wide open with the baseline jumper again. Not going. And Federico's not giving them an offensive rebound. She's going to go as far as she can with it. Hits the court, finds Hake. Hake is open, lets the team come back together. Federico gathers herself. Finds Pelican underneath. Nice give to Hake. The layup doesn't go. Too strong. Too strong. Offensive rebounds and layups. They're going to learn. Vikings slowing things down a little bit, but there's no post game. Sherry, number 15, is pretty much playing outside now because it's disappeared. Number 11, blocked from behind. Pelican and Rafferty. I'm giving half block to both of them. Great D. Rafferty with it. Pass cut off by number 2. Hake for 3. No good. Out of bounds. No. Sherry has it. Pushed out of bounds by Pelican. And that's going to, unfortunately, that is going to put them on the free throw line because they're in the penalty this early. 4.5 to go. And that gives them the opportunity at 3 points. So that foul is costly if she hits any here. Got to be careful here out. So the score, 33-31. The Vikings at the free throw line. Vikings come in 6-0. Heading to West Warwick after this at the top of the division, 9-2. Could have thought they may have been overlooking the Bulldogs, not the case. They came in a great first half. It's live. If it doesn't go, it goes. So that foul turns costly. They extend it, and she gets another. Vikings have a great first half, especially number 15. Bulldogs made some adjustments, and man, have they played great in the second half. We're live on the release. And see that penalty, that foul, blocking foul, cost them 2 points. And they are pressing the Vikings. Up by 4. Bulldogs trying to break it. Hake has it. To Stork. Quick pop off the backboard. Too strong. Rebound. Vikings trying to extend. Just over 4 to go. They're slowing things down a little bit. And their offense has the ability to play both ways. We've seen it. Their field goal percentage in the second half, big drop. But number 11 loves that head fake and that runner doesn't go. Storr with a big rebound. Physical player. All of these girls on the court, they may be young, but they're athletes. They're all multi-sport athletes. I'm getting to know them because they play so many sports. So these girls are very effective at young ages here. Get it to Hake. Avoid the trap. Looking for anything at the moment. Storr has it at the baseline. Federico underneath gets doubled. And it's going to be called on the ground foul against the Vikings. That's still only their 15th foul. They still have another one they can give away. It can't be their 4th. It still says 4. Maybe it is their 4th. No, that's their 15th foul. So they still have one freebie. 3.5 to go. Bulldogs really need to convert here. Looking for someone. They got 5. And they get it in. Rosane head fake. Gets room. Still only a 2. A long one, though. Doesn't go. And rebound goes to the Vikings. Bulldogs got to play some D. There's a whistle. Timeout for the Vikings. I'm a little surprised by the coach calling a timeout there. The Bulldogs are on a little cold streak here. And they have a 4-point lead. Nevertheless, 3.5 to go. 4-point lead. Viking timeout. So we are Westerly.live. Westerly.radio. If you can't watch us, you can listen. And we will be right here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for some boys varsity action. And we're coming right back at you Thursday and Friday right here. We got Lady Bulldogs Thursday and Men Bulldogs Friday. A lot of hoops this week. And then they go on a little road trip, both of these squads. It'll be a week of them on the road, and they come back to action on Friday night the following week. The Lady Dogs head from here to Smithfield. They'll be back in action on Thursday against Smithfield, correction. They'll be against Smithfield here, which we're covering. And then they hit the road to Tiverton. So one more home game, and then they go on a little road trip. We get our first buzzer. Bulldogs getting as much instruction as they can. They're going to wait it out for the second. The Vikings take the court. They know what they got to do. This is a good Viking squad. They're not overloaded with seniors either. They only have 2, one of which is spot minutes. So they're going to be a tough task next year as well. As six juniors they have on the court. Number 2, Newsom, instructing the offense. To number 3, they swing. 20-3. Number 15 posting. Doesn't get much off Federico. No room down there. They're not even really working it. For a completely different half from the first half. That's all in that switch. Pelican playing D. No room in the paint. Great job by the Bulldogs. That's a great defensive step, but an offensive rebound. Long rebound, they get it. Number 11 loves the runner, no good. Number 15 gets the offensive rebound, doesn't go. They get another offensive rebound. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, they get the ricochet. Voisinay takes it up the court. Bulldogs gotta not allow offensive rebounds anymore in this game. Under 3 minutes to go. 4-point deficit. Hay constructing. Store has it. And the pass expected a different kind of cut, I would assume, out of Federico. Bulldogs pressing. Newsom has it. Trying to get a little insurance here. The Vikings. Still no room underneath, but a little bit outside. And trying to work Sherry. She's not there. Head fake the runner. And the block again by Pelican, keeping the Bulldogs alive. Up to Hake. Great location on the pass. Blocking foul called. Never got her feet set on the defense on the Vikings side. Hake took it to the hole. She'll get 2, and the Bulldogs need them. So Hake with 2 big free throws upcoming. And more importantly, that puts the Vikings at a point of play where the next foul will put the Bulldogs to the line. We'll put them in the penalty. So at least they'll get at least maybe a minute and a half or so of Vikings in the penalty. They're not giving her shot credit. On the floor it goes. Store inbounds. Voisinay pops it. Only a 2. Store on the spot for the air ball, and the hook doesn't go. Pelican gets the other air ball. Fortunate for the Bulldogs. 2 times. Store has it. Swings to Voisinay. Top of the key. Back to Hake. Starting over. Pelican has it. Little ball fake. Trying to get it inside the paint. Back outside the Store. Pops. No good. Voisinay fighting for the rebound. Out of bounds. Oh, off the Bulldogs. Vikings take possession, and I'm sure they're going to probably, I don't want to guess. We got the press from the Bulldogs. I'm saying the Vikings were going to take their time, but they'll just add if there's room. And from behind, Hake. She's an all-sport great defender. Takes possession for the Bulldogs, who must hurry up. Pelican back to Hake. Crossover, looking for something. Federico has it up top. There's nobody down near the hoop. And Voisinay's shot is tipped out of bounds. It stays with the Bulldogs. Bulldogs need some kind of a presence near the hoop. Can't have everyone on the perimeter. So Hake will inbound. Gets it to Federico. Store deep. Hake pops for 3. Doesn't go. Federico rips away the rebound and the whistle and timeout, Coach Hake. Timeout, Bulldogs. 1:14 to go. Bulldogs have possession, trailing by 4. Next foul will put the Vikings in the bonus. Possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. Obviously, there's more than enough opportunity for a comeback here. 1:14 is a lifetime in basketball. They got the possession arrow. They got the Vikings about to go in the bonus. They got the speed. They got the tenacity. So who knows what we got ahead of us, folks. I'll tell you right now, though, this has been a dynamite TNT game for a 1 o'clock time shift on a rainy Monday afternoon. These women came to play today on both sides and definitely put on a show for everybody. Getting their final instructions. I don't think the Vikings ever expected to be in this position at this point in the game today. Actually, at halftime, I don't think they expected this to be the case. I expected they probably came in thinking 10, 15, 20-point game. The Bulldogs are having no part of that. Coming out sophomores, freshmen only, with Fed, the only junior on the court. We haven't seen Gia Keegan tonight. I don't know if there's an injury. We don't get updated on that. When we do, we'll have that for you next game, though. The inbound from Store on the ground. It is intercepted. Unfortunately, it goes out of bounds. So the Bulldogs will try again. 1:13 to go. Officials discussing something on the court. A play called out. Bulldogs are going to go play number 4 here. Hope that doesn't give away the secret code. Hope it works, though. Down by 4, fourth quarter, play number 4. You never know. I don't know what the discussion is. I have no idea, possibly. Whatever it was, it is rectified and we are playing some hoops. Looking for the inbound. They find Pelican. Pops quick, too strong. She's been good today. And it's going to get out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. 1:10 to go. Still plenty of time. Plenty of time. Bulldogs press. This defense can get it back, no doubt. And they're running the full court. Inbound goes to number 11. She turns with it. And she is trapped. Finds some room. Finds number 2. That's who you didn't want to get. And that's the guard who handles it all game long. And Hake from behind swipes her pocket. Out of bounds it goes. Vikings retain possession. Number 20 will inbound. Bulldogs want to keep it away from number 2, which is Newsom, the junior, who handles it all game long. And they get it back to 15. Drives to the hoop. Blocked from behind, but the foul called by Federico. Well called. Good play by the Vikings. Will go to the line for 2. We're under a minute here in the fourth quarter. Up by 4 here. These 2 free throws are huge. Huge first half, Sherry had. Great adjustment by the Bulldogs. Erased the second half, which is really how they erased the lead. Free throw, no good. They essentially took her off the court. They really did by making that switch. And it's changed everything. So we're live off release here, folks. 4-point deficit, under a minute. Second one is deep. Huge rebound. Where's it end up? Federico's hands. She's looking up. She's got Hake next to her, and she gives it to her late. And that's going to be on the ground. The foul, where's it go? It's against the Vikings, I'm hoping. The blocking foul is called. If she had set her feet, she would have gotten offensive. But what it is a defense, and that's going to put them in the bonus. I was wondering that. So they're going to get a 1-and-1 here, folks. They make the first, they get the second. They can get 2 points, and more critically important, they can get 2 points with no time coming off the clock. It's exactly what they need. 2 free points here. Hake, the sophomore guard, good on the first. Pressure, pack free throw. Down by 3, looking for another. Live off release. Second is good. 2 huge pressure free throws. Bulldogs press, down by only 2. 45 seconds to go. Hake looking for the steal. She gets the ball's live still. Varsity comes up with it. We have a whistle. Oh my gosh, the call. I heard a whistle. Everyone didn't stop, so I stayed with the play. It goes in favor of the Vikings. It was an out-of-bound touch somewhere. Looking for an explanation on the players. Ball went out of bounds somewhere along the way. Not a lot of argument you can really say. They were right on the sidelines. It goes to the Vikings. Looking for the inbound. They get it. There is no better defender, I promise you, than Hake. She's going to get foul called. A hand check, and I don't like it. A little fickle. Unfortunately, it's the 10th foul, so they will get 2 from the free throw line. That's an automatic 2 shots. Hake excels defensively. So the Vikings will get 2 free throws here. First one, good. Extend the lead to 3. This is a big one. This changes it to a 2-possession game if they can drop it. Live on release here, folks. Down by 3. And it is no good. Deep rebound. Pelican trying to reel it into the corner. Can she keep possession? Federico saves it. Bulldogs have it. Federico advancing it. Running into corner. Oh, and the whistle. Timeout was called by Coach Hake. Saves the day again for what looks like a little bit of trouble here for the Bulldogs. And the official's pointing down on the ground. That's where it's going to be. The inbound is going to be on that side of the court. So some huge instructions here with just under a half minute, 27.9 seconds to go, folks. You can't ask for any better 1 p.m. action on a Monday rainy afternoon than what we have provided you today. We, by meaning Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. They, I mean the Lady Bulldogs. Boy, the tenacity, the resilience, man, of this young squad. What a future we have ahead. Fourth quarter, under a half a minute, 3-point deficit. Undefeated Vikings come out of the huddle. Bulldogs have taken the court today with one junior. The remaining players are sophomores and freshmen. And what an impressive day they've put together, all things considered. Coach Hake, two exquisitely called timeouts. I gotta say, the timing amazing. Right when just prior to what was appearing to be a turnover, saving the day. Storr inbounds. Here we go, folks. Inbound to Hake. Puts it on the floor. She's gonna stop and pop it. Got a hand deflection. Fortunately, Pelican got it. Gonna give it to Varsity. The runner in the lane doesn't go, and the rebound. Foul on the floor against the Bulldogs. Two, I think, and it is. 2 free throws for the Vikings, 17 seconds. So this is where the Vikings can start to pull away here. 17 seconds to go with 2 free. 1 makes it a 2-possession game. What an effort we've seen, what a game we've had. Reality strikes here, though, number 15, who's been quiet because of a great adjustment and a great physical second half by Federico. May have not seen the offensive numbers of that free throw good. May have not seen a lot of high offensive numbers. Busy being physical and creating no numbers for number 15 in the second half. That's what allowed this to be a game. That's what allowed that 8-point deficit to disappear. Second free throw, we're live, and it's good. So we have a 5-point deficit, 17 seconds to go. Inbound by Storr. Bulldogs need a bucket and need one quick, and that's intercepted. Timeout called by the Vikings before the Bulldogs can trap or cause any problems. Quick timeout, 5-point game, 15 seconds to go. Vikings ball, things looking a little bleak here at the moment. At this point, you never know. Bulldogs stop and pop a 3, and then who knows what happens. Coach Jake giving some final instructions to her team, which, man, they have proven to me today, and they had already done that earlier in the year, but they have proven to me today to be an absolutely no-quit, tenacious, all-fight group of women, man. I've seen these girls cross multiple sports, and just to see the youth on the court here. Yeah, that's the horn. The Vikings will inbound. And they are going to press here. Pelican on the ball, makes them loft it over. Newsom has it, and they're going to foul, and they do. So this is the one that pretty much will call off the Dogs if she hits them. If they're not, they'll keep playing. 13 seconds left. 2 free throws. Essentially going to put a stamp on it here. First is good. What was more or less somewhat expected number-wise in the end as far as the final goes is nothing like what occurred on the court. What transpired in front of us is not going to reflect on the final score is what I'm trying to say. And the Bulldogs, good press by the Vikings. 10 seconds left, foul. They're going to go to the free throw line. So like I said, right here, the numbers are going to stretch. And in the gap of deficit is going to expand. So when someone asks how the girls do today and you hear the score, it's nothing of what we saw in the court. What they provided was nothing but an exciting, unbelievable matchup. And they put the Vikings to a test here that the Vikings didn't expect to have to take. They didn't expect the game that they had to put forth. They came out of the third quarter in a near tie ball game. What they went into in halftime was not that remotely. So a lot of credit goes to this Bulldogs. Hake running the court here for what is the final shot. Pops for the 3, no good. And the final horn goes off. So the visiting Vikings are put to the test by this young Bulldog squad. Final score does not reflect what transpired on the court. I can't put that into words any more than that, folks. Hopefully my words during the game gave you a better reflection of what we saw, because what a battle they really had. Final score, Vikings 41, Bulldogs 33. We will be back, Lady Bulldogs action Thursday night, but we'll be right back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for some boys varsity Bulldog action. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, signing off. See you tomorrow, folks.